general contractor extraordinaire, and we're talking about the picture that you see in front of you, which is a brick wall that some Meshuggahs tried to patch up with some water. Richard, say hi.
Hi to everybody.
Richard, give us a 2-minute history of yourself and when you started in this industry and how much you know about brickwork.
I started laying bricks when I was about 14. I actually carried hod first because I wasn't allowed to touch the bricks and only to carry them to the bricklayers. And then as I got better at that, they let me start laying bricks. And became a fully fledged bricklayer by the time I was 18.
Jeez, oh Pete. What year was that?
That was back in, a long time ago. Don't worry about what year it was. Then I came to America in 1976. Just for 6 months, and thought it was one of the best countries in the world. So I decided maybe a good idea to stay here.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Not return.
That's a good idea.
So I sold everything in England and stayed in America, and never looked back. The place is wonderful. And I had to learn how to do flat work. Did flat work and brickwork, and fireplaces and things like that when I first started here.
Awesome. Thank you for that. So suffice to say, you are a bricklayer extraordinaire.
Well,
enthusiast.
Yeah.
Expert? Is that a good word?
Well, it depends what you call an expert. I didn't go to school for it. It's just, I'm from the street of hard knocks.
Amen.
And learnt it the hard way.
So based on, sorry, let me just grab my drink. So based on your education, your how many years of education, looking at the picture that I just showed you, there's a crack running down from the top of the building, down through the brickwork, all the way down to the foundation. Now, it seems like somebody put some type of mortar or grout on the exterior to cover up the crack, and the crack just went right through.
Duh. Yeah. You're not going to mortar, if brick doesn't hold, mortar's definitely not going to hold.
So what would you have done to fix that?
Well, I think first you've got to find out why it cracked. And I'd go either end of the brickwork and see why it sank at the ends. So you have to stabilize that. And then maybe the best way to do it would be to cut the brick out, go back a foot maybe wide, cut all the brickwork out, and maybe pour a bond beam in there.
Okay.
But if you want it to look nice still, then you've got to stabilize each end, stop it from sinking,
right,
and then replace the brick.
Would you tie that beam into the foundation?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it has to be tied into the foundation and into the brick.
So would that mean that you would need to get an engineer to come in, design the beam?
I would say yes, definitely, because today you have to have an engineer sign off on everything. But
sure. No, hey.
After 50 years experience, I figure I know almost as much as the engineer, but I don't have my name in the stamp.
In the stamp, sure. Okay.
But we can't do without engineers, don't get me wrong.
Can't do without engineers. So what I had seen at that site was that there was also a crack in the foundation too. So I think one of the first things you said was identify what's causing the cracking.
Yes, exactly.
And if I was a contractor and I came up, somebody hired me and said, hey, I got this crack on my brick wall, can you come out and check it? And if I saw that, I mean, is that an extreme crack in your line of work, cracking all the way from the top of the building?
Of course. Yeah,
I thought as much.
Something definitely wrong. And to me, it looks like one end of the building is sunk. Right. Or the middle is heaved.
Right.
I don't know which.
Foundation, well, I think that building was built in the early 80s. And the soils out there, this was in New Jersey, they were severely expansive soils, and there was no overdig or structural fill. Yeah. And I think after a time, that foundation just was heaving and sinking, and it just...
See, in the 80s, we never heard of overdig and fill and...
perimeter drains none of that jazz. Okay.
Now it's a standard thing to do.
Okay, so again, let's just go over the top 3 list. So it seems like first thing is figure out why it's cracking, remove the section and put in a structural beam.
Yeah.
If it's that severe.
If it's that severe, see. Yeah.
Right, and then after that, make it look pretty.
Yes. You could even put face brick on it, make it look like a pillar in there.
Oh,
and bring it out so it all matches when you're finished.
Sure, maybe make it look like a chimney almost, or just something else.
Yeah, or a buttress like we used to do buttresses and things like that.
So could you theoretically put in some type of buttress, and then put in that facing brick, that architectural brick, and almost put it level with the other bricks on the building?
That would be hard, but you could, but that would be pretty hard. It'd be easier to bring it out a little bit, just one brick, and do it, make it look like a pillar.
Okay, understood. All right, any last minute things?
No, I think we hit everything.
Awesome sauce.
If only people wouldn't do stupid things like that.
Oh, come on. People have to do stupid things like that so we can learn. If it wasn't for, things like this, then we wouldn't learn how to do them right. So anyway.
They didn't even plaster it nicely.
No, they didn't. So maybe they were idiots.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, thanks for joining us at Intelligent Concrete, where we make concrete do the impossible. Y'all have a great week. And remember, if you ever have any concrete questions, concerns, any type of concrete matter, ask us. We're the concrete expert. Have a great day. Go concrete, beat asphalt.